All right. I think the stream is working now. Welcome everyone to another feedback stream. As you know, we are doing the feedback streams every 2 weeks, and today is finally the feedback stream again. I hope everyone had a great day. Welcome to the stream, and hello to Dom, hello buddy of play, hello Mr. Korak, Synesthesia, to Dom, Chrome Vibes, and that's everyone so far who joined. As you already know, I will be giving feedback to you. Only one permission per person. I would like to limit it to this amount today. And also hello Miro and hello Martin. And in around 2 to 3 minutes, I will open up the dedicated channel in my Discord, which is called Stream Feedback, and then everyone can send. And hello, Irite, welcome. And then everyone can send. There are a few rules to consider: only work in progress or an unreleased tune, so no release stuff. I would really like to keep this rule. That's really important to me. And also no remixes of popular songs, so I don't get copyright claims. And also don't pretend to be someone and send a song from someone else. We also had that already. And also hello, Angel Tech, welcome. Let me check if I have named all the rules. And no remakes, please. No remakes. That's it for the rules. All right. I hope everyone had a great day. Hello, 88 man. The channel is not open yet. I will open it up in 1 minute. Then everyone who is seeing that I'm starting the stream has the same chance to send it in. Is it right to send a work in progress in a private? That would be best, Martin. Work in progress with a private SoundCloud link. You can either send the file into the channel or you can send a private SoundCloud link. And I would really appreciate it if you could turn on the download so I can actually drag the song into Ableton. So I can analyze it with my EQs and I can maybe do some quick tweakings with it with an EQ and maybe with an spec comp. And we can also try the new spec comp version. Is this the new one I downloaded? Yeah, I think that's the very new one. And we are going to also use it to fix your submissions if there is demand for this. I'm really excited to use it. Shout out Nesco. And that's the plan for today. I think we will do the stream for 2 to 3 hours, depending on how many people are sending stuff. And lucky for me, I just actually made Sunny Rain. Nice. I only have an MP3 this time because my nitro ended. No worries. We will handle the high-end loss. Okay. I hope everyone has prepared their link, and then I will open up the channel in a few seconds. I will quickly need to get into the permissions. How do you enter the Discord permissions again? Berechtigungen. Where can you send messages? I found the setting. All right. 3, 2, 1, and now the channel should be open. Or should bring this time. MP3s are totally right. And hello, Searchroom. Welcome. Can everyone see the channel? It's I don't see anyone sending something. It's not visible. No channel. Not visible. Is it now visible? Maybe try again. Now it is. Now it is. I pressed the wrong button, I think. Now it is. Thank you for letting me know. I was a little bit confused that there was no spam incoming. But now everything is working. And to quickly round up the rules again: unreleased stuff or work in progress stuff, no remixes of popular songs, no remakes in general, and SoundCloud link or the file immediately, so I can download it and actually analyze it with my EQ, and also throw spec comp on the tunes if it needs spec comp. So shout out Nesco. And this one will also be available on his Patreon. And I think the actual beta 2 will drop like in a few hours. And I already tested it. It's really good. Yes, the new version will drop in a few hours. Okay, let me actually start downloading the tunes. And then we can get right into the feedback. All right. Okay, the first two. Then we have Paul Dash. Then we have Chroma Vibes and Angel Tech. Nice waveform. Then we have Ronoya and Surgeon. Nice waveforms as well. Then we have Knaxmax and Chidorum. I love the bricks, yeah. And then we have Saniel, I think. All right, quite some submissions. So thanks for sending, everyone. Really looking forward to check out all these demos. Millimeters is enabled, EQ is prepared, spec comp is prepared. Maybe we can also get a stereo tool. I like the stereo image on the stereo tool a little bit better. This is also a free device, but Underpass had some problems installing it. But yeah, I did not have any problems. It's a really nice device. Send in a 5 second ID. I got the waveform nice and full from mine. Melodic enjoyers are going to love what I got. All right. Yeah, let's get right into it. Baba Whale and I write Wishmaker version 10. Also, let me know if the volumes are fine. If I'm too loud or the music is too quiet. Nice stereo image right away. Okay. Yeah, really nice intro so far. Send it. Nice. I will download the next batch of submissions when we are through, so don't worry if you don't see your submission yet. Yeah, really cool vocals, I agree. But I have difficulties understanding the words, to be honest. Maybe some more stereo on the vocals would be fine. Nice sub movement. Nice. Really cool. And hello Gatito, welcome, welcome. This is by iRide and also Baba Whale. Yeah, the chords are really nice. Also, really nice flow, really straightforward, and it does not get boring. Yeah, the trumpet especially. Really sick. Nice melody on top here. Maybe on this little melody plug, the highs are sometimes a little bit annoying, so maybe you can use N-Silk and slightly, just a tiny amount of N-Silk on the really high notes to just make them 5% more pleasant. Especially, this one around 3.4. There's a click here. Definitely get rid of the click. Nice acoustic snare. The issue with acoustic snares is the transients. Maybe you can replace the transients so it holds with the transients of the kick, because the kick is super powerful, but the snare does not have that impact. Maybe, a little bit louder on the transients. But this is just like, this is really, in Germany we would say this is Meckern auf hohem Niveau. really minor stuff I'm pointing out right here. Yeah, the snare itself is really cool, just the transients. Yeah, transient layering, yeah. Maybe a wax to transients. Maybe the vocal, this vocal chop in the background, maybe a tiny bit quieter. The sublines on the spectrogram are so fun. Yeah, the sub has some nice movement. Yeah, the melodic style in general is really cool here on this one. And now I can actually understand the lyrics. Because less stuff is going on. Thanks for passing that in, okay. Oh my god, I know what this section needs. This is the build-up, right? And I know exactly what what kind of riser would fit. I just need to try. Not this stupid splice integration. I just need to try what this riser sounds in context with this. This riser would fit so well in here. It was a drop earlier. Are you going to lean into XIM style? What is XIM? Is that an artist or is that a genre? Favorite riser of all time. That's Sanyam. This riser would fit perfectly in there. Oh, all tracks are playing together. And us. Yeah, this riser would fit perfectly in there. And that's the only stuff I would add. Yeah, that's it. Really, really great song. Maybe the vocal could have some more stereo, maybe some more and silk when the vocal is actually saying words. So you can do some spectral side chaining maybe to make more room for the vocal. Yeah, drops are really, really sick. Sound design, mix down, mastering, everything really, really well done. Better than 99% of everyone else, basically. So really, really good stuff. Definitely gonna do sim style because I can do it. The mixing has to be done yet. Okay, so we can definitely do that. On the vocal, yeah. The drop or everything else sounded really, really polished. Maybe a little bit of mid removal. Just a tiny bit. Maybe a tiny notch in here or just a tiny dip. Just make it feel a little bit more lightweight. But yeah, just tiny bit, few decibels. And yeah, this is all I can say. I hope I helped you with my impression. And thanks for sending, Aaron. As always, super sick. And yeah, put that out as soon as possible. Let's continue with the next one, which is by 88 Man. Lex, let him know. Is this a popular song? I've heard Lex somewhere. I hope the vocals won't, or if there are vocals included, I hope I don't get a copyright strike. Lex, what is it called? Let him know. Let me see on YouTube really quick. Yo, thank you, Ara. Definitely a nice track. And have a great dinner or great meal. Yeah, it does not seem like a super well-known track, so I think that's fine. So let's continue with this one. Yeah, the track by iRide was sick as hell. Okay, and there's NSC track. Okay, but I don't think it would get this. Yeah, no worries. I just thought this would be like a pop artist. I have only heard Lag somewhere in a different context, so I don't know if it was like a big singer or something. So no worries. You're the man, Stuart. Nice intro. A nice bubbly headshot. There's a few things which already stood to my mind, and I quickly want to talk about them. The hi-hats are way too loud in this section. Also, the respace you have going on in the background can be louder, and everything else more quiet. The respace definitely needs to be more present here. Oh, yeah, not on this fill section. The vocal sample is also a little bit hard. And also the sub bass is a bit too massive here. Maybe remove some of the mids. My main issue with the drop is the layered thing on top of the clap. This sounds a little bit weird in a way. I can't describe it. I think you should just remove this clicky layer on top of your clap. It sounds like there were two transients playing one after another, and that's causing the weirdness I perceive. You kind of like it, okay? Also, the bass needs more mids. The sub bass can be cleaner, so maybe remove some of the harmonics on the sub bass. It's a little bit messy. And you can increase the mids, not just with an EQ, but maybe you can do some EQ saturation, compression stuff on the mids. And also the highs could have some more power. Maybe some compressed high end would actually help in here. The movement of the sub is fine. Pijo, big fan of the color bass cross of the drop, not so much of the tear out bit. Yeah, I also don't like the tonality of the atonality. So the tear out thing bass. Maybe you can improve it by increasing the mids. I think that's why it's sounding not that polished for me. So definitely work on the mids, because mids are really important. Not just remove them. Oh, that's a nice fill. Maybe some reverb and panning on there. They're definitely pretty cool ideas. I really like this arpeggio in the background, especially this melodic thing. And yeah, here you can see this bass fill. Definitely way too present in my opinion. So maybe you can turn down the mids on this sound, but add like a sweep on top. Yeah, the structure is also nice, I agree. Also, hello Essenial. The high end. Not the biggest fan of the high end. Maybe we can improve it with Spec Comp Beta 2 by Nesco. So yeah, let's turn it down a little bit. It's hard to do on an already mastered track. Oh no. Yeah, it's hard to do on an already mastered track. Yeah. Some compression on the high end would be nice, but when you do that, also add more layers for the high end. So the high end does not get removed. Und hallo Felix, guten Abend in the Twitch chat. Yeah, I think, yeah, you should add more layers onto your main sound. Also just some high-end stuff, and then compress the high-end stuff together. So yeah, the high-end sounds really tight. I think the high-end now sounds a little bit loose, and you could make it tighter with some compression and with some more layers on the high-end, which gives some additional texture. I think this is how you could fix that. It also sounds like there was a kilohertz convolver on the high end or on the entire bass, which is affecting the phase in a weird way. Maybe this is causing the looseness of the high end. It's definitely not bad. Don't get me wrong, Angel Tag. This high end is really nice here in the midsection. This one has a nice and flat curve. Nice build up. The head is way too loud again. I would also not do the thing with the low end here, the stuttery low end. I would just fade out the low end with some auto filtering. Maybe just grab, if you're an Ableton, I don't know, just grab the new Vitarite Ableton rack. Where is it? He put out a bunch of washouts, and you can just throw a washout rack on the your low end and filter it out. Maybe this can help. And this would also cause in a more fluid transition, so the low end does not disappear in the stuttery way, but in an actual smooth way, and then everything feels more fleshed out, in my opinion. I think the high end thing may also be the high end from the sub bass. Yeah. Sounds like you had noise plus sign distortion, but maybe take that very maybe tame that very high end. Yeah, could be from the sub bass. Nice. I like the harmonic of the bass here. And here you actually have mids in your bass. This is what you need in the first drop. This mid content. This is what is giving the tonality. And also, as you can see, the harmonics on the sub bass. Let me quickly show you what a really polished low end would look like. Let me find my free sample pack. Yeah. This is an example for a cleaner low end. You can see we have the fundamental and we have this harmonic right here. And you also have a harmonic between this one and the very low one. And this is causing the muddiness a little bit. This one between these two high ones down here. And you could, well, yeah, not you could, I would turn this harmonic down to get a cleaner result. Nice respace. Nice. This was a nice breakup. I really like that. Maybe you can throw on some reverb on these hits. So some reverb throws towards the end. In this section, for example. Yeah, and the arpeggio is really sick. There's some clicking happening. Maybe put a fade onto the reversed kick thing or whatever this was, so the reversed transients does not click out. I would like this Reese here. This one. This filtered Reese. And you also use that Reese in the intro or in the first build up, and also, as I said before, turn that up. Hello Silky, smooth. I submitted the music. I have a 6-hour timer on the send button on Discord. Yeah, everyone is only supposed to send one thing, and this is why you can't send more stuff. I'm really sorry, but we have quite some submissions, so this is only fair that you can only send one song. But yeah, 88 Man, really nice song idea. You just need to polish the mix sound a little bit, clean up the low end, more mids, and compress the high end, more layers, and maybe some reverb here and there. And that's all I can say. I hope I could help you with my feedback. I pointed out quite some things, but I tried to be as objective as possible, and do some referencing maybe with a song you really like. And that's it. Thanks for sending, and I hope you will be able to work on this one. Click could also because the kick was cut in an area where the signal didn't fully fade to 0. Yeah, also might be the issue here. Okay, next submission is by Paul, right? Yeah, here's some noises. Didn't know if you wanted like a description. Something just submitted one. Good to finally catch a stream. Actually a good idea, a description. Maybe I will do like a Google form, and then you can actually write some stuff in there and also say what you want feedback on in particular. This might actually be a good idea. Regularly no one says something about their songs. But that's fine. Let's continue with this one. Here's some noises by Paul, or by Synesthesia here in the chat. Nice intro. We like this filter thing. Unfinished track as usual. The intro is pretty empty currently, but I will fix it later. I would like the idea here. Maybe you can just add some swells, some pads, some crackling, some weather, some water, some animals. Nice drum pattern. Really vibey. The vocals sound a little bit familiar to me. I've heard the vocals somewhere. I don't know where. Ooh. Nice transition. My favorite parts of the transition, really. So satisfying. Eliminate vocals. Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful transition, really. Ooh. Really interesting. Build up. We like that. Yeah, nice. That's the crunch method in its natural habitats. Really, really sick. That's dope, I agree. Oh, that's it! Oh, I thought we would get a second half. Okay, let's rewind really quick. Yeah, that's really dope. Maybe, a riser in the build-up would be nice. Crispy, definitely. Maybe you can slightly turn down the high end a little bit in this fake-out section. And also in this track, this rumply low end works perfect. We can see compared to the song by 88 Man, the low end also has some, really, really present harmonics down here, but it actually works in this context. The drum sound at the end is something from what is that? Yeah, really cool. That bass sounds like a techno rumble. Yeah, maybe. Drop was phenomenal. build up, maybe add a riser, intro, add some more stuff, as you also said. Intro was cool. Maybe also more percussion in the background. Maybe you can also turn down this really present harmonic here a tiny bit in the sub bass. Oh, the transition, really, really cool. This is actually my favorite part. So epic how it transitions into this really, really euphoric, mysterious, and curious sounding build-up. It's really nice and well executed. Interesting, yeah. Really, really sick. Thanks for sending. I hope I could help you with my little impression on this. Top stuff, top stuff. Next one would be by Dash. My respace is watching me and it's starting really loud. So yeah, everyone turn down your speakers or your headphones because we will get in with maximum volume right away. Ooh, nice. Nice drums. You're welcome, you're welcome. Mine is kind of mono, but I still like it a lot. This is mono. We have some stereo stuff going on. No worries. We can also check here. Yeah, okay. It feels wider than it is, to be honest. I just want to try something. Unfortunately, this is not a linear phase. I want to try the new VR widening rack. Yeah, this would slightly improve it on the stereo side. Yeah, a really nice idea. I like the gnarly sound design. The drums are really, really punchy. Really like that. Maybe the kick is a tiny bit too loud. You can slightly turn down the kick. Maybe you can also add some background elements. At least, yeah, when the second repetition starts at bar 21 here in the Ableton project, maybe you can add another synth, which is playing like one note, really detuned and hovering. When you listen to the new Space Lasers Voltage, sometimes he adds that additional synth, which is just there in the background to work as a variation. I thought about adding some, reverb background elements would also work, definitely. Maybe just some, synth here, which is tuning in. Maybe you can also add in some more fills in general, just some fun sound design stuff here and there, so it feels more refreshing, because right now you have this one main sound, and I feel like it would benefit if it had some more fills here and there to add some variation. But besides that, cool idea. Keep working on this. I'm really looking forward to see what you turn this into, also in context of a full song with an intro and stuff. And thanks for saying. I hope I could help you with my feedback and yeah, make it more stereo. But I think that's something you also noticed already. The thing where you have a really high detune saw, this Angel Tank, this. So to interrupt, was just wondering if you ever tried a cheat code or low by beat surfing. What is that? Silky Smooth. If you ever tried cheat code or low by beat surfing, is that a plugin or is this a strategy or what is that? You're welcome. You're welcome. It's mostly mono cores and wattage. I noticed that most of the stuff in Space is tracks. There's mono? What? Nah. No. We need to check. We need to check. I don't believe you. Wait. I need to check really quick. It's actually not that wide as I thought. It's actually not that wide as I thought. That's interesting. Sometimes it gets super wide on the individual hits. Maybe you can add an additional layer, for example, like in Sandworm by Space which is just really short with a nice reverb throw, and then it's super wide. Maybe this can improve that. But you're right, it's actually not that wide. Good. Thank you for pointing that out. That's really interesting. They are like cool VST plugins. Low creates like basses with a harmonic generator up to 1000 frames. Cheat code is like Infrared where you can mangle audio with multipass effects. I know what you mean, and we actually, we can also try that. We actually have something cool. I will cover this in videos next week. This is a new plugin I discovered by Nesco. He showed it to me. And this also adds harmonics. Without? But yeah, it's hard to do in a full master track here. Look at the waveform. I've never seen stuff like that. But yeah, I think you get the idea. Yeah, sure. Asiok, sure. Feel free to invite people. And welcome to the stream. That's very interesting, actually. Also, if you listen to the stereo only, it's mostly just textures, which is cool to know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. The little hits will just happen from time to time. Amazing stereo signal, yeah. Just to the right. Yeah, I did some stuff here. But this is more useful to just throw on a sub bass, and we will also feature that in content next week. The crazy sounds more textured. It's required to get permission. Maybe you can just send them the Discord link, which I penned here. This one should work. I did not know it takes permission, but you can just copy the link and then it should work. The link which is pinned here in the chat. If it doesn't work, I will need to go into the permissions. I did not know, to be honest. So thanks for letting me know. I will check that. But yeah, Dash, I hope I could help you with my little impression. So thanks for sending. And let's continue with the next one, because we are just getting started. And this one would be by ChromaWise, and it's called IDIM version 4. So let's get into IDIM. Let's call this one an absolute heater. When I showed it him, okay, I'm excited. We're actually loud. I'll turn down my volume a little bit. I like the stereo image. It looks like it looks like when you throw milk onto your coffee, and then it creates that nice waves when you move it with your spoon. Hit it or no? Maybe, as you notice, I turned down my volume. Maybe you can reduce the harshness of the sound EQ, sound filtering, so it's more pleasant. For a specific example, this was literally the first thing I had to think of, although I don't even drink coffee. Yeah, really hard. You have some reverb background stuff, some reverb stuff here happening, and it feels a little bit messy. Maybe turn down the volume of the reverbed stuff here. Does run on Cooley? I've heard the name once. Copyright. I and other one made a remix that's in need of feedback. I don't think so. Send it. You make no rises. Who do you mean? Do you mean Chroma Vibes of the song right here, or do you mean me? All right. One thing I want to point out first before we continue with the drop. You had this moving sound here, which is playing the da-da-da-da in the background. Yeah, it's hard to point out, but this stuttery one. It sounds like if it was 1 octave too high. It sounds like it was supposed to be a bass, but you pitched it up in the MIDI, in the oscillator. So maybe you can pitch it down and just get rid of the low end because you already have some low end happening. But maybe this can make this sound, this wobbly one, a little bit better. Also, it's getting really, really messy here. Definitely remove some of the noise from the reverb washout things. I like this respace you have going on here. Also, the low end could be louder. Do we review any genre? I didn't make heavy bass music like the track so far. You can send whatever you want. We also had Afro House or Lo-Fi. Yeah, you can send whatever you want. And only, it needs to fit with my rules. Unreleased and, unreleased or work in progress. I like the sub bass movement. That's really sick. Actually reminds me of an Infect sub bass, to be really honest. Really has that nice movement. The mids and the high end are a little bit messy. You have this fast pattern going on. This da 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 da. And you also have some of the reverbed washy things going on. And I think you need to cut your things. It sounds like you had a huge file laying here, but you did not cut out the individual hits. So it sounded like you had a render here or a synth, but you did not pay attention to the volume envelopes. And I think you can improve this if you take your layers and just render them to audio, if you haven't done that already, and just do some volume envelopes so you get a feeling of what the rhythm is supposed to sound like. Because I get a rhythmical idea here, but because everything is so washed and throws into the next signal already, it's hard to get a groove going on, although you can slightly feel it. So I would just take everything besides the sub bass, render it to audio, and then manually take this bit, for example, if this was your mids or your high end, and draw these kind of envelopes, and then arrange your pattern and do some more processing on them to glue everything together. And by doing this, you will get more precise results which don't end up in that messy feeling. The sub bass is really nice. The snare could hit more. It's not a snare, it's a kick clap. I would also make the clap louder. The kick is fine volume-wise, the clap just needs more transients. And yeah, more high-end. Oh, actually it has high-end, but we threw the EQ on. Yeah, in this context without the EQ, the high-end on the clap is nice, but the high-end on everything else is not nice. So remove high-end on the basses, but keep the high-end on the clap. Also, it sounds like it's a little bit too distorted. Why did you feedback? Yeah, Jadrom. What's best is crunch method. Really intense filtering. When I met Space Lasers at Blacklist Festival in 2024, so last year, I asked him at the end, and he said that it's really intense filtering and distortion. And the filtering is happening with a high pass. So he has a separate high pass layer. Yeah, essentially that. Yeah, what Dim Wasted is writing, and also welcome to the chat. Nice snare change. The snare is really cool. Yo, nice, bro. Nice. A lot. The snare is perfect in here. Also, I feel like the sidechain on the kick could be longer. That is that is my best from the VOP soundbang. I would not pitch it up that high because then you lose the body. I wanted to ask you where you got that sample. I need to find it again or download from my link I have in my folder. This is the original pitch? This is the original pitch? Okay. Sounds like it got pitched up. Alright, yeah. That's idiom for version 4. So the main issue is the messiness corrupt. So I would recommend you to take your mids and highs, render them to audio, draw some volume envelopes, process everything together. So everything will become cleaner. Make the sidechain longer on the kick in particular, and maybe some filtering, some processing on the intro here, and add more stuff to the intro, so it does not feel that stable. But still, how much distortion? It's hard to determine the amount of distortion because every distortion is different for drum. I don't know. You need to try it and do referencing. Do referencing with your favorite Space Lasers tune, and then try to recreate it. And then you will develop a feel of what is the right amount of distortion. Yeah, it depends on how much you drive into them. Yeah, that's it. Cool vibes. I hope I could help you. Let me know what you turn this into when you do some more stuff with it. Thanks for sending, and I hope I could help you. Let's continue with the next one, which would be by AngelTech, and it's called Control Alt Delete version 3. What synths are you using? Unpopular opinion, but especially for especially for tear out or rhythm or heavy dubstep, you don't need synth. Except for the sub bass. You can, yeah, I usually have a faceplant sub bass, I render it to audio, and then I make everything else just in audio clips. You can take a saw wave and turn anything into something cool. Okay, I actually want to show you something, which is inspired by iRide. So quick life hack. I will also feature this in a video, I think. But you are the first to see this now. It's a really cool trick. You only need a sign. Only a sign. Oh. Sign. Analog, basic shapes. Maybe you can give it an overtone. It doesn't need to be perfect, so you can just hear it better. And then M spectral delay. This is really crazy. I tried it on just low end recently. Go into edit. And then you can create really interesting textures. You can draw some cool stuff in here and just get creative. So that's really cool. You don't really need to do complex stuff in a synth. And yeah, if the sub maybe has some more harmonics, maybe we can throw on a quick saturator, just something. Try. Yeah, it will be more present here. And you can resample that, throw compression on there, spec comp, and then you have really cool spectral sounds. And hello, LaserBlue, welcome. Submissions are still open. This isn't free, but actually, this is what I have. You can get the Melder subscription, so you don't have to pay for the individual plugins, because also I think these plugins are extremely expensive, and this is why I can recommend the subscription. Do we just send VIPs? You can send VIPs or unreleased, and no released stuff, please. I'm doing really good, Laser Plume. I hope you are also doing good. I'm just really busy. But yeah, that's better than not being busy. Yeah, Laser Blue is correct. Laser Blue is definitely correct. Let me see what or how many submissions we have. Yeah, we have quite some. We have these submissions, and we have, I think, 4 or 5 more in the queue, which I haven't downloaded yet. So yeah, you can still send some stuff. But only 1 per person. Hello, Future Green. Das ist meine famous email. Thank you, Future Green. Really appreciate it. I can submit release. No release stuff. Unreleased, please. Unreleased. If you have a different ID, this would be cool. No submission today. Okay. Okay, let's continue with this one by AngelTech. I think you sent an alternative version last time, AngelTech. Is that right? It sounds more fleshed out now. I remember the idea. Really nice drums. Okay. The high end is a little bit harsh on this spectrally sound. Maybe, yeah, turn it down slightly with a compressor. I just said today, okay, sounded a little bit similar to one thing you sent a few weeks ago. Nice sub bass, nice movement. I also like the spectrally tonality on this high sound. Just it's yeah, a little bit harsh. Turn down the harshness a little bit. I like the sub bass. It has some nice harmonics. The growl could have some mids. Much like the filter cutoff too for crazy stuff. In this song in particular, or just in general? The classic plug-in thing you mean with the harshness? Yeah. These things were just sparking here. This was directed to the DOM. Okay, yeah. Can someone teach me how to crawl like that? I made a crawl video, ASEOC, if you haven't seen it, in March or April. And there's also a free download for a Serum 2 crawl thing I made, linked on my channel somewhere. Webtails and band passes. And specomp, yes. I need to make a video how to make crowds with specomp. You would actually be able to do that. We need to try that at a certain point because now we also have filtering in specomp. Yeah, this is all I can say. I can go over the patch if you want. Nice mix sound, just a little bit harsh on the high digital sound. Nice drums, nice flow, and yeah, nice mix down in general. Really punchy drums, we like that. Nice low end, it's really pulling, has that distinctive feel, and that's all I can say. I hope I was able to help you with my little impression. I turn this into a full song, make an intro, make a mid-section, make a second drop, and that's it. Which basically was harsh? This one, this harsh thing, which is sparking here with the really high and loud frequencies. This digital sound. Don't say that. Don't say that. Music is objective, silky smooth. And also nice fill at the end. I like that crunchy texture. Yeah, thank you for sending. Next one would be by, let me see. Why do I keep? Yeah, this one is by Searchin, if I remember correctly. So let's listen to it. Oh no, wasn't the Searchin or someone else? Yeah, this was Searchin. But we skipped the Vonoya one. Vonoya was actually first, so I missed the order. Sorry, Searchin. I just checked the order again. This one was first. I was just confused because your name was under the other one. So this one is first, and then it's your turn. So mid-tempo first, and then why do I keep making rhythm? Just messed up the order. Making DMB, nice, that's nice. Have fun. A reference to DOM. Take your favorite Space Aces tune and do referencing. Nice flow, but just the main sound is really harsh. Definitely do a filter on the main sound, which is just opening up on every hit. You can do that with an audio follower if you have Snap Peep, but you can also do it in Ableton with an envelope follower and just link a filter to it. So the filter every time filters out or opens up when the sound is hitting, so you don't get the high end straight into your face, but it's more like a dynamic thing. Where's that high beat? SRD needs cleaner mix and more stereo. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's check the stereo image. Good point. Yeah, it's really, really mono. Make it more stereo. Maybe parallel reverb chain. Nice flow. The bass itself is really cool. It's just a little bit harsh. Definitely needs some more movement with some filtering. Nice drums as well. The drums are pretty fire, although maybe on ever so slightly softer kick would be good. This is kind of like a trap kick. I agree. Yeah, this is a trap kick. A softer kick would be better. I agree. Maybe you can use the same kick but do some EQing, or yeah, take a different sample. Yeah, also transition needs some work here. I remember this idea from the Discord from a couple days ago. Alright. Okay. Rhythm change is a little bit messy. If the sub and main bass together just a little bit might help it sound more glued together. To me it sounds very separate. I also agree. Yeah. Just some distortion. Kilohertz distortion on both sounds. The sub bass and the main bass. Yes, for the clipper then limiter on your master? Yes. First I'm using the Pro L2. And then no, other way around. First I'm using the newfangled Saturate clipper and then the Pro L2. The sub bass is a little bit too loud. You need more mids to compensate for the really, really intense movement and presence of the sub. You need more mids on the bass and also turn the sub down a little bit. I like this one way more. I prefer this one on the mixing side because the high end is not that harsh, but I prefer the first one on the idea itself, to be honest. It sounds like it's been high passed too much. Yeah, this is why the mids are missing. But I like the rhythm. Maybe also some background sustained noise would be cool. Like Space Days does it, or some detuned source or anything like that. Yeah, also same here, transition needs some work. Nice sound. That's my favorite drop. That's really cool. Nice stereo image. We like the movement. I think the layer you have on the kick clap is a little bit too loud. Or, yeah, it sounds like two low ends were clashing, or two transients. This is hard, I agree. I like the tonality of the bass, it's not that harsh. Yeah, the stereo is really funny. Yeah, the drums are overblown, yeah. But the main sound of the bass is the best one here in this drop, in my opinion. Also same here. Add some detuned saws as a variation here and there, just some noise in the background, some more stuff. So it keeps interesting and also keeps the listener attracted to the song. And hello Fordos in the Twitch chat. Welcome to the stream. Good crush Crow, year 2026. Yeah, with this crazy artistic. Yeah, rhythm. Really fun. Nice filly at the end. Yeah, this drop was my favorite one. Maybe you can just use this idea and work with this. I really see a lot of potential in this. If you add more percussion, more fills here and there, more different sounds in the same area, use this and make one more drop of it. You don't need two. You don't need 3 drops in your song. You only need 2 drops with this kind of style. I would suggest add more background stuff, do some work on the transitions, and yeah, maybe choose different drums. Make the drums softer. They don't need to clip that hard, like it was Trap. Make it like it was, some soft, mid-tempo. Do some referencing, and then maybe you can find a fitting kick drum. Play this in the desert and build a pyramid, Joseph. I think the last drop tracks on for a little bit too long. Yeah, this is also why I pointed out the variation stuff. I don't know how long the drop was, but you could easily split this into 2 drops, maybe 32 bars maximum, maybe even a 60 bar drop would be nice. If you listen to the Little Right Rest Color, the Give Into You song, use this as a reference maybe for the songwriting, for the arrangement. And then you will come up with a nice structure, and you don't need to do that long patterns with the same sound. If you only do 2 drops, it's a good length. Yeah, I agree. So thanks for sending, Bro Neuer. I hope I could help you. And that's it. All I can say. So thanks for sending. And I'm looking forward to hear an updated version from this by you. Let's continue with the next one, which is by Surgeon. Why do I keep making rhythm? Are you prepared for some nasty rhythm by the German engineer? Ooh, this is already starting perfect.
I'll show you mercy.
Really nice. Beautiful stereo image. Yeah, peak rhythm. Peak rhythm. Sorry, good myself. Ah! This fill sound, so good. Yeah, really good fills. Yeah, this is perfect. I think this is also the song you showed me once, if I remember correctly. The fills were remembering me of this one. Yeah, this is this is really good. Maybe just write an intro. Actually, tomorrow I'm dropping a video about how to do intros. Maybe maybe this can inspire you. Don't do a respace and an Atmo. Do something creative, maybe with some nice storytelling with a nice vocal sample and stuff. Should I make it a track? Make it a track. Make it a track. Yeah, late version. Let me actually compare something. I'm not DGE. I I wrote with him about exactly this yesterday when he sent me a song of him. And it was just a free space and an Atmo. Yeah. Maybe an acid bass or something. You will find a really cool way to do a proper intro. But this is really sick. I can't point out anything. This is perfect how it is. Clean mix, cool arrangement, cool fills, cool flow, cool drums. Cool everything. So that's really sick. Thanks for sending. You're welcome. Got it. Nice. Let's continue with the next one, which is by Knacksmax, and it's called Sacrified ID. And also, don't worry if you don't see your song yet. I will download the next batch of submissions after we are finished with the next 3 right here. This is a little bit, this is exactly that what I just pointed out, what you should not do in an intro, just a respace. Maybe you can do some more creative stuff here, maybe with some nice percussion, with some nice background sound, so it's not just a static respace and a lead. I think you will find a way to do more out of this. Maybe you can turn the res into a plug with some nice distortion, compression, immediately create a groove, add some nice break drums. I think this could elevate this so much. But I like the general vibe. The vibe is already kind of cool. Do it in stages once. One's gonna be either too much or not enough. Yeah, the distortion thing. Virtual right Easter egg. It's me sample. I think he used that sound in a song from 2021. I think he used it in Chroma actually. Yeah, there is no recipe for Dome. You need to you figure it out yourself with some referencing maybe.
Wait, are you serious?
This sounds like Quasar by Dr. Ushu. Techno, okay. As you might know, I don't like techno, but it's well produced from an objective standpoint. Nice kick. I think the synth could be more in the center. Maybe you can leave the synth like it is and maybe add an additional layer which is more centered and increase the width, the widening on the synth you already have. The lead has a lot of high end for such a dark style. Yeah, I agree. And it needs to be wider, and also it needs a more centered voice. The kick is quite cool. Ooh, okay. I like the stuff you are adding here. This is quite cool. Has some more movement in the bass. It might sound better an octave down in the drop, yeah. I like the stuff you are doing to the bass here. That's really cool. I like that. And yeah, do some more variation with the lead. The lead is really static. You can also add like a siren, a constant noisy thing which is being added. Maybe you can do some referencing, maybe to dominate VIP by space lasers, for example. All right. Yeah, thanks for sending. I think you should be more creative in the intro. Just the respace, a little bit boring nowadays. You can do some more creative stuff here. Add more elements. Add percussion to create more hype. Because the intro is not that exciting, to be honest. It's also quite long. I like the vocal samples you are using. I like the build-up. The melody, or not the melody, this arpeggio lead thing is really repetitive. Maybe you can variate the rhythm, variate the notes. Maybe you can even variate the sound. Can you transpose the track an octave down so I can see how the lead changes? Maybe in this section it would work, where we don't have any sub bass. Yeah, it's hard to do on a finished song. This would be cool. Maybe just here. Maybe, yeah, you can play around with the octave and do some more variations. In general, the kick is nice, has a nice impact. The lead needs an additional voice, and the voice you already have here needs more detuning, needs to be wider. You need to get a contrast from the build-up, free drop into the drop, because it feels the same. Yeah, maybe you figure out a way to do that. I hope I could help you with my little impression, so thanks for sending. And that's all I can say. That's potentially in the track. I'd be sparing with the high end. That's my only real issue. Yeah. Could be turned down a little bit. To be honest, the high end is not that annoying for me. Maybe it's just the sound. And maybe it needs some compression to make it a little bit tighter. Spec comp. Yeah, thanks for sending. And let's continue with the next one by Tredome, which is called Recluse. I'd also mute the synth when the ha happens before the drop. Oh yeah, this would also be cool. Will be able to rewatch the stream later? Yeah, you will be. You will be. The VODs will always stay up. And hello team. Welcome to the stream. Okay, now it's Tredome's turn. It's not that it's harsh, but I feel like the track wants to be darker. Yeah, okay. No, I get that argumentation or that point. Ooh. Like, in fact, one set, eat your fruits and veggies. It's very complex to create that crunch. Yeah, it is. Nice drums. Nice rhythm. It's really massive. It really feels straightforward. It's really clean. But it just feels dry. What I can recommend you is to throw a reverb onto your bass group, but not onto your sub bass, obviously, but onto your tonal elements, like your mids and your highs. You can submit rep and welcome to the stream, Crits Music. You can send it in the stream feedback room, but please consider the rules I pointed out in the pinned message here in the YouTube chat. To be roasted. The stereo image is really nice, but you need it to be wetter. So, as I said, get a reverb and throw it onto your mids and your highs convolution, like Asiok is saying. Convolution reverb would also do its job. Needs a bit of reverb, exactly, to just make it wetter. Just take a Marauder tune of your choice. Marauder has this really distinctive reverb, which he is using on his tunes to get that really, really nice characteristic vibe he carries throughout his insane music. Yeah, and that's it. Besides that, it's really clean. I can't say more because it's so short. I really liked the idea. The pattern was nice. The drums were nice. The sub bass was cool. And that's, yeah, everything I can say. Keep working on it. And feel free to send a longer version next time. The drums lack cymbals. I agree. You're right. I did not pay attention to that. You can add some cymbals in the background. That's a good point. Just some cymbals on the kick and on the snare. Watch out with your high end so it does not stack up in high end. Maybe you need to remove some of the high end in the basses. But yeah, that's basically it. Why are lots of people I somehow know in the chat? That's nice. Everyone, we are here like a little family. It's super me thing, but I don't really like when the bass sounds kind of like crumbling paper. Does that make sense? Do you have a reference, Andrew Tech? Do you have a reference? In this context, Watch the Drum is sending, or the song we had before? Put up some Subway Surfers gameplay to the bottom. the short form content I'm doing is really, really optimized for the low attention span people. So you need to deal with that, unfortunately. I hope I could help you, Jerome. That's it. And thanks for sending. Also, for the new people, if you don't see your tune yet, I will download the next tunes after this one. This song just now, it's that timbre of sound. I don't know, it's super hard to describe. Okay. To be honest, I did not have the issue with that. I like when the high end has some nice, rumbliness in a good way. This feels like it's controlled. So this is really, really good, actually. Next one would be by Saniel, and it's called Cryptic Odyssey. I also need to drink something. Let's go. Nice intro already. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't worry, it's everything. Everyone has a different taste. How to make the track? You can send what you want, DJ Creates Music. Of course, I have more objective knowledge in bass music or in dubstep compared to rap, but I would be able to determine whether it's a good production or if it's a bad production. And also it would be nice if you also made the beat. So this is what I could pay attention to the most. Yeah, the sub could be a little bit louder, I agree. Fighting Sands and Undertale. I think the drums are, in general, really loud. Maybe you can bring up the synth or turn down the drums, maybe. I will power up. Welcome, Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think everything else needs to be brought up a little bit. Maybe it's time. I think it's time. Maybe we can fix it with Specom Beta 2 by Nesco. Let's see. Yeah, we can't fix that much because the file is already pretty loud. yeah, it's hard to do here on this already really loud track. Yeah, the flow, the rhythms were really nice. Sometimes it felt a little bit chaotic for me, but I think this is how you do this genre. I really like the melodic bits everywhere. Nice intro. Maybe you can turn down the intro a little bit with some more filtering so it does not feel that powerful right away. Make the basses and the synths and the drop louder so the kicks and the snares don't feel that that loud, because the kick and the snare are really loud compared to just the basses and synths. Maybe you can tighten up the kick a little bit. On this bass sound, for example, you need some more mids. Of course, it's hard to do with an EQ here. Maybe you can do it with a combination of EQ, distortion, saturation, and compression to get a more present mid character in this section in particular. Yeah, or you can do some stuff in your fat break. Also, the sub bass needs to be louder. And also, the snare is annoying me a little bit. The snare has a really, really present body. Maybe you can turn down the body of the snare a little bit. It's really, really straight into your face every time it hits. Maybe it can be more subtle. But in general, really cool idea. I like the creative approach here. So you can't even edit my stuff. Okay. Should I put a filter distortion? I must rethink that track. He never really roast anyone. Yeah, essentially, I hope I was able to give you my impression here, and feel free to address some of the issues I pointed out. And yeah, just the mix needs to be more fleshed out. And that's all I can say. A really cool creative idea. And thanks for sending. All right, let's continue with the next one. So I have to download the next files. So the next one would be by Toti. What was it called? Where do I start? No, it was called differently. I think it was called Don't Know Again, right? This one. Then, that's you. All right. Then we have Spawn. But I don't have, I have it or not. Nice. What was it called? Okay. After that, we have Wiser Cold. What was it called? Wiser Cold Hot. After this one, we had the Vibe one. Post-Human with Barbecue Chicken Alert. Interesting name. After this, we have Dim with Camellia Attempt. Next would be Asiok. Okay. So Asiok, I suppose, oh no, I messed up the size in my browser. I suppose this is the first file of the song, and this follows after. Is that correct? Or is the other way around? And then we have a Wave Bite. You got me, early work in progress. After this one, we have Laser Blue. unfortunately not a download link, but I will just leave a space here and name it Laser Blue so I don't forget it. And then we have Lion with Jaco Plop. And last but not least, Valk Bar K Idea. Right, and I actually think I will close the submissions now because this is quite some amount. Yeah, so I will close the submissions now, and this will be the ones we'll go through, which is not, which is quite a lot, as I said. So let me quickly disable the permissions again. And then we can continue with the feedback. Jeez, my break. You managed to get mine. I can't remember if I enabled or not. Yours one is in here now, but you don't have it able to download. But I won't be able to do some EQ stuff. Maybe you can enable it if you are on your setup right now, so I can also track it in. But yours one would follow on this slot right here. So let's continue with Dono again. And who sent that? This was by Toti, yeah. And Martin in the chat. Oh, no worries, no worries. Direct submissions on your MP. What is MP, owner? Nice intro. Good point, Wave by Tradon. Watch Odd Profit's video. So shout out Odd Profit. You can send stuff privately to me. I will answer everything. Maybe not when I see it right away when I'm busy, but I try to answer everything within 1 or 2 days always. Oh, okay, thank you, Laser Blue. I have to attend real quick to some business. I'm going to stay on stream, but may not be here when you review my track. If I'm not, can you please just review it like I was here and I can rewind? Oh yeah, sure. Which one was you? Maybe just write your song name in here so I can so I know which one belongs to your belongs to you. A really nice intro so far. Really clean mix, really full sounding. Right, yeah. Really vibey. I like the drums a lot. I have one issue, and that's the only issue I have so far. Which is the power level between the drop and the intro and build up. The build up already is really maximized, really loud, also the sub bass is loud, and the drop does not change in power. And maybe you can fade out the elements towards the end of the build up with some transitioning tools, washouts, get rid of the sub bass towards the end, and then your drop will feel way more powerful. Also some stereo automation, so make it mono towards the end of the build-up. Besides that, it's really, really well produced. I sent in your private. Oh, you sent it in my private 1 hour ago. Oh yeah, it's in the requests, right? Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. But let me actually show you. This is how it looks for me on my left screen, on the left side of the screen. So I can't see the file. So maybe you can send me a new file and then I can actually access it because now I can't see it. The submissions are closed now, DJ Chris Music. The owner one will go through because I did not see it. But usually it would be better if you send it in the channel owner I usually open, because also you won't be able, or anyone else won't be able to see the submissions once they tapped out of the channel. But Owner, feel free to send me an updated version or a new link. Maybe you wanted to redirect a link to me, but I can't access it. It's not visible for me. DMing me your feedback so I can forward it. Maybe, Asok, you can just rewatch the stream if you want to, or not if you want the feedback to your collaborator. And you can just send the link of the stream, so I don't have to type it down again. Really nice drums here. Really nice percussion, really dynamic. I really like that. No, it's S. Just wondering. You can just send the link of the stream and then you can rewatch it. And maybe you can even transcribe it in stream. There's a transcription feature. So you could just see the words here if you don't want to listen to the audio. I think the harmonics of the bass are a little bit too present here. Maybe you can turn down the harmonics a little bit. Watch the Odd Prophet video, Chitrom. Some old school flares in here. I think this section is a little bit messy compared to the other ones. I did the sub. You also worked on this one, Owner? This one? But I forgot to send it. I did the sub on the feedback channel. You sent your file in here. Okay. So this is the one you originally wanted to send to me, like an hour ago. It's a bit messy. I like it production-wise. Maybe you can clean up the mix a little bit. Sound-wise, it does not fit with the rest of the idea, to be honest. But it's a cool little gimmick. It's not bad. All right. Yeah, that's it. My main issue was just the transition from the build-up into the drop. You need to make a contrast between the build-up and the drop later on, and then the drop will feel way more powerful. And yeah, that's the only issue I can give. Maybe in this one section, turn down the harmonics of the sub bass, so it just does not blow you away. Besides that, really cool. And thanks for sending. This is all I can say. The mix sounded really polished in a good way most of the time. In the complex throw old school part, not that clean. but everywhere else, it was really, really clean. Thanks for sending. I hope I could help you with my little feedback here, and keep working on this one and put that out on services. Oh, okay. Next one would be by owner. I just checked the time you sent it, and this was like right after the one we just listened to. So yours one would be here. If I have seen it, if I saw it earlier, I would have been able to put it in earlier as well. So now it's time for owner. No worries. Also, if everyone is enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. Nice vocals. Yeah, exactly. What Boxer is writing. And also, welcome to the stream, Boxer. Exactly. The stereo automation. Really beautiful vocals. Did you sing, Owner? Maybe just a minute, I can't go on. Girl, you got me finished, I was so wrong. That's a nice arrangement. Nice service. Pattern 67. I got the last submission. This one, Valk Bar KID. Is this by you, Boxer? Ah, yes, nice. Yeah, the a cappella is really good quality. Ah, Elation vocal. Oh my god, Elation. Who has watched Elation's videos? He shared an Instagram story a few days ago, and I asked him something, and he also replied. It was quite funny. My main issue with this so far is that the drop does not feel that impactful as I would love, as I would have loved to see it. And you can see the problem is on the sub bass. You have your main sine wave, your fundamental, but the harmonics are really weak, and you want to saturate your harmonics to make them fatter. And yeah, it feels empty, like Asiok is writing it. You need to make your low end fatter or add a separated layer for the mids, but I would just throw a saturator on your sub bass to crank the harmonics up so it feels more powerful. And yeah, in the mids especially. In addition to that, I would also add a separated mid layer. Because right now, yeah, you have some stuff going on here, which is cool. Also bring that up with compression, saturation, EQing. Still thinking of making that crunch. Watch that Odd Profit video, Pedro. The vibe is pretty cool. I like the melody. The drums are also clean. The melody is cool. And just, yeah, the sub bass and the mids need more power. Of course. Yeah, this does not work really well because it's clashing with everything. But you can kind of see, you can make it warmer quite easily with distortion. But yeah, of course, the kick is suffering. Yeah, you need to do it on the sub bass individually and also add a separated layer. Besides that, really cool idea. I like the vibe a lot. The vocals were really nice. Just the power of the drop is lacking.
Girl, I had no worries, cause you always made me smile. You take the pain away, your mind after mile. You stick around for me, or maybe just a while. Just to watch me bleed a little, let my heart about. Oh, maybe just a minute, I can't go on. Girl, you got me finished, I was so wrong. Wish you made me live it, I was down for you.
Nice melody. Again. And for a second drop, I would do something else. Right now, it feels like a copy of the first drop. I don't know what's coming now, but I would do some more stuff in addition to that to just make the listener more exciting about a second drop. SZR up. What is SZR up, Esok? I also feel like this lead right here is a little bit loud. This main vocal lead sound here. Does I need to clip the sub? I would clip everything on your master. You can throw on you can throw on the kilohertz limiter on your sub. This is what Nesco does, for example, to just make sure the sub has a consistent volume the entire time. You can clip your sub to create more harmonics, which is basically just distortion. I would just throw the kilohertz saturator on your sub to just create more warmth and more power in the sub. And then you should be fine. You don't need to just clip your sub in the term of clipping. I would just saturate the sub, which is essentially the same as clipping, but just to separate clipping from distorting. I perceive clipping as a term for mixing, mastering, and distorting for more like a sound design choice. Yeah, nice to draw. I can have this song. Maybe this section, the vocal you used here and the arpeggio, the background, use that more often and make that louder. Or more compression on it, so it does not get harsh or anything. I know the piano. I know the piano. Sample police. This one. But yeah, fits really well here at the end. In general, nice song, nice structure, nice songwriting, good vocals, and yeah, just the drops need more power. So thanks for sending. I hope I could help you with my feedback. And that's everything I can say. Variation on the second drop, yeah, definitely do some more creative stuff here. Do not just copy the first one. Do something different so the listener listens through the entire song and does not skip it because the second drop is like a copy. I think that's the approach you should follow. So thanks for sending. Yeah, nice piano, definitely. Shout out Sharks. Next one is B Zupras Look Yeharam Alahova Piesma. I don't know what this means. I can see my name, BassTi Povratna Informa Sia. I don't know what this means, but let's check it out. And this was sent by, let me quickly check again. In the stream feedback channel. This was sent by Spawn. Yes, this is by Spawn. You're welcome, owner. Okay. It's a bit messy, I must admit. I like the drums. The bass pattern is also quite cool. This high-end spectrally sound is annoying me a little bit. Maybe you could frequency shift it down to make it fit the tonality of the bass. It feels like it's it's not adding or it's not complementing the sub bass. Also, the low end feels a little bit too distorted. Maybe it's because you have too many harmonics going on in the low end. I would maybe reduce the harmonics a little bit and do some filtering, some notch filtering between 150 and 250 to 70. Depends on where the fundamental of your tonal components sit in the mids. To just make everything cleaner a little bit. And I would not do that on the master, obviously. I would do that in your bass group. Hello, hey, Ishiro, welcome in the Twitch chat. The submissions are closed, unfortunately, because we have so many to go through. But you can find the Discord link in the YouTube description. I think it's not linked. Yeah, it's actually linked. It's actually linked in the pinned message, but the submission for today is closed. And also welcome in the Twitch chat, Gatito. Alright, this was quite a short one. In general, it's a cool idea. It's just a little bit messy. Too much distortion, I would say. The sound design was cool. For example, on this section, I like the gun riff. But yeah, the tonal component on top feels out of place. It does not match with the tonality which you are intending to create here. Yeah, and it's a little bit too messy. So you need to fix that. The drums are nice, the energy is nice, but I'm missing like a red line which you could improve by making the layer, which I pointed out, more matchable to the sub bass. And thank you for sending the link, Gadito. Thank you. The fills are awesome, but the main gun is definitely off. Yeah, the gun not itself. This gun sounds fine, but everything else, or the sound after it, has a wrong tonality. Maybe you can also fix that by changing the main bass, as you are saying, Dim Wasted. But it just depends. You need to figure it out somehow. So yeah, thanks for sending. I hope I could help you. Thank you, Adito. Thank you. Next one is Wise or Cold by Hot, or Wise or Cold with Hot. I don't know what the artist was. Wise or Cold is the artist with the song Hot. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Nice vocal. Nice intro. Nice texture and sound bits. Drop it like a song. Nice intro.
Drop it like it's
Really cool.
drop it like it's
Let's go!
That's actually some creative 140 or UK bass. The UK stuff I mostly get to see on socials sounds so boring, and this actually sounds interesting. Let's rewind. This is a VR riser, right? This is from Happy Bass Design Volume 3, if I remember correctly. You're welcome.
Drop it like
Maybe bring this up a little bit. Could be a little bit louder, maybe a little bit less high end. Okay, bass, yes.
drop it like it's
Oh, nice sound design. The way it drops is really cool.
like it's drop it like it's
Let's go! Is the VR high pitch riser, but actually pitched down it sounds like, yeah. Maybe on the vocal bits you can throw a little bit of reverb or Serum FX with just the right thing, not the left thing. The left thing with the detuning, not this one, but the right thing with the size and the mix. I forgot what it was called.
like it's
Yo, nice.
drop it like it's
Maybe here's some more transitioning elements, some sweep, some riser, some filtering.
drop it like it's
Nice drum sounds. Good sound selection. I like the post-processing you did here on the Drop It Like It's Hot vocal. Really cool.
Let's go!
drop it like it's
Nice.
like it's drop it like it's
Let's go!
like it's
Just need to check something. Yeah, something I noticed on the first hits of your patterns. This hit and this hit. The sub bass is a little bit louder compared to the fast pattern. And maybe you can bring up the sub bass on the fast moving bass a little bit so it's actually equal on the volume side.
drop it like it's
Maybe the drums can be a little bit more mono. They are, or they sound a little bit too stereo. Yeah, maybe make the toms a little bit more mono. Also, nice granular effect on the synth right here. Yeah, thanks for setting. Why so called? Really sick. I would like the sound design, the approach to this UK bass genre. Really cool, nice sounds, nice vocals, nice build up, clean mix, cool drums, nice percussion. Just maybe some more background effects, sweeps, risers in the transitions, and make sure the sub has equal volumes. The submissions are really sick, BassTi. I agree. And you're welcome. Thanks for sending. Really enjoyed this one a lot. Really sick. Oh, everything playing at once. Next one would be Vibe by the person who left, Silky Smooth, who was in chat earlier. All right, let's have a listen. Interesting soundscape. We like this analog feeling. Ooh. That's really interesting. Really minimal, but in a cool way. sub is really warm. I would actually say everything else also needs that warmth. Everything else besides the sub, the drums are also fine. The tonal parts could be a little bit more saturated or a little bit more compressed. So, let's see if we can maybe fix that. This was really cool. Yeah, you were able to see I was playing around with some spectral compression here to bring up the other elements a little bit more. What I would recommend to you is just making them louder or throwing some saturation on them so the sub does not overpower everything. Distortion ruins the cleanness of the sub, but I see what you're getting at. Yeah, this is actually not a distortion, this is compression. Actually it does not help that much in this use case. I would just bring up the other elements individually. Fixing follows tracks last year edition, exactly, Gatito. The sub bass was really cool. Maybe it was a little bit too powerful. Everything was really clean mixed though. It felt really, really cool and unique and minimal. I like that approach. Maybe just make these components louder, more saturated, maybe some reverb on them so it does not feel too in the foreground, because I see that it's your approach that that these elements are still in the background. And that's all I can say. The snare maybe also could have like a reverb tail. So it swells out. It might add some more depth to it. Maybe, make the sub less punchy with the pitch envelope. Maybe this will make the song a little bit more straightforward in a balance standpoint. High vocals in the back could go hard. I agree. Maybe some high vocals, some vocal notes, some swells would be cool. Like weird angelic stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe this could be cool here. So thanks for sending. And I hope you will apply some of my suggestions. The bubble type vocals would be so good. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, next one is who sent that? We had that. Next one would be by Posthuman, and it's called Barbecue Chicken Alert. Nice intro. Also maybe some unpredictable trumpets. Yeah, I agree. Some percussion here and there. Not the actual track name, but just some filler right now. Alright. I like the trumpet. I like the triumphant feel. I like the arpeggio. I don't like the respace. Maybe turn the respace into a plug or into an acid bass or something, just which is not that static with some movement. It's missed potential, actually, I would say. And also, I said that earlier, but I'm dropping a video tomorrow about how to make intros more interesting. Or just making an intro from scratch with some nice sounds and stuff. Also some percussion would be cool. Some cinematic percussion. Bass is loud. I like the pros. Maybe some reverb on the pros. The Reese intro epidemic is real, yeah. I'm ready for that video. It's actually a really long video. About 30 minutes long. The video will also feature some storytelling and theming stuff. I came up with an interesting idea.
You have to bring it back.
My favorite drop I've listened to today. Really, 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 really clean. Super sick, super clean mixdown, nice drums, nice sound design. If the drop had even more crunch, it would sound like a Spaces type drop. It does not need the Spaces crunch, to be honest, Gatito. Yeah, super, 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 super clean. But I don't like the build-up. Yeah, no, I don't like it. Maybe it's a bit over. Yeah, I will explain it now. You should do some more filtering in the build-up, I feel like. The clap really feels too present here. Maybe turn down the clap. Also, the kick could have some filtering here. The pros is fine. Maybe some more reverb on the pros. Make it a bit wider.
You have to bring it back.
I like the stereo image, to be honest. I would also wash out more elements. The riser in the background is really quiet. Turn up the riser in the build-up. Also, maybe a little bit less mids on the pros, a little bit reverb on the pros. And yeah, get rid of the respace. The respace really downgrades the track, in my opinion. The drop is phenomenal, and the intro and build-up needs some work. Make a more interesting saw sound in the intro, like an acid bass or just a plug with a nice pattern. Yeah, replace the res. Good. Just something which excites the listener more. Maybe some cinematic percussion. I could really imagine some cinematic percussion in the background. One question: what BPM? Which BPM do you have in here, Posthuman? Which BPM is that? Tell me, please. I just want to see something. Low pass quick score. Yeah. 145 to 150. Not 100% sure. I think it's 145. Let me actually have a look. Just want to see what it sounds like. Let me think. This was 140, right? can hear my idea. Of course, it does not match right now because this has low end, your song has low end, the low ends clash. But some cinematic percussion. This would perfectly fit in here, in my opinion. And yeah, then you will elevate your intro a lot. I feel like so. That's my only issue, basically. Next feedback, I will send some music for you to roast. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nice. Be sure you will find some good stuff. But thanks for sending. The drop was awesome. Favorite drop of the day I've listened to. Crazy sound design, crazy flow, crazy mix down, really polished. Yeah, thanks for sending. I hope I could inspire you a little bit for the intro and build up. Next one would be by Dim, which is called Camellia Attempt. You're welcome, Possible. You're welcome. Thanks for sending. For this, this is by you. Yeah, Dim wasted. This for this, my friend arranged the intro. Although I wrote the melodies, cause he's correct at arranging orchestral stuff. Ooh, okay. Nice intro. I like the different sounds they're using here. Really expressive, I like that. And hello, Regan in the Twitch chat. Welcome. Really cool. Really nice drums. This is really fun. I love that. Maybe a little bit too much high-end here. It sounds like lots of high-end stuff is clashing. Do some filtering. Some low-pass filters. Some vortex maybe. Beautiful melody. Nice pitch bend on the melody lead sound. The submissions are already closed, Region. I'm really sorry, but we have so much submissions today. But the next feedback stream will be in 2 weeks. Really sorry. But feel free to also send me a DM, and then I can check it out in the next 2 days. I haven't done a breakdown after the drop, so I ignore that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's the breakdown. Nice respace. Beautiful respace. Maybe the snare could have some high end. This was a really fun one. Mix sound was really good. Maybe sometimes the high end was too loud, especially in the rising parts, where lots of elements were rising and clashing with each other. Do some filtering, do some washouts with reverb and all this kinds of stuff. The drums are nice, the melody is nice, the sound, the songwriting is nice. This melody section really cool. The respace later on really sick. Also the intro, really interesting. I like that uplifting and yeah, this uplifting vibe a lot. Maybe a little bit of reverb on the vocal. If there's already reverb on there, just increase it. This section was really nice with the pauses. Maybe here, a little bit too much high end, definitely. Yeah, where everything is rising. But yeah, I think you might be able to fix that. Really cool song. And let me know when this comes out. I would love to listen to it when it's finished. It's really, really fun. I like this one a lot. Actually sounds a bit cleaner than Camille's stuff. It's really, really well produced. That's really, really nice. Yep, nice. Didn't waste it. Good stuff, good stuff. And thanks for sending. I hope I was able to yeah, help you with my little feedback on this. I forgot to send the outro to mine. Okay, let's continue with this one by Asiok and Red Redeemed. So Asiok, you want to send another file. So this song would consist of 3 files if I interpret your message in the right way. Nice intro. Oh, you are in here as well. Nice. Welcome. Another 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. Next time, please send everything in one file. Where should I put this file in? Where does it belong to, Asiok? Does it belong in here? Or does it belong here? Or should I change the order completely? Should I play the outro first? Or what is the order? Oh. At the very end. I'm here. Outro. Ah, yeah. You also said there are no transitions, right? So, yeah, we will fix that. What sound is that? We are in the process of finishing up and consolidating them back into the main project. Alright. Maybe some more rising stuff in the build-up. This section was beautiful in the intro. Really cool. Let's get out where I recognize you from. You are in the Ghost Web server. Oh yeah, I'm in the Ghost Web server. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the merge to arrive soon. The Void merge. Nice drums. Maybe the clap, the clap is a little bit too powerful. This sounds like a rhythm clap a surgeon would use in his rhythm tunes. Maybe find a softer clap, because yeah, this does not need to hit into your face. This rather cries for a softer clap. Ooh, that's nice. Holy shit. I love the harmonics and the screechiness of the basses. The clap was my own. Okay, so I was kind of biased how I was using it. Definitely a softer one. It's way too heavy. The kick sounds fine. Maybe some disperser on the kick. A little bit of disperser. Like, this setting of disperser on the kick would maybe make it a little bit more bouncy and gummy-artig. A little bit more bouncy. Yeah, that's the right word. Nice mid-section. Really vibey. Now my transition. Oh, wait. This actually worked. Let's move on. I think that's actually too heavy. I'm really honest. This is too heavy. This is really sick, really well produced, nice sound design. But I would have rather preferred a melodic drop as well with some different sounds. This also has some melodic sounds, of course. But in general, I would see this in its own song. But nice sound design. Nice mix sound. Is this for a remix contest or what? Textures are really good. I agree, Arajin. I agree. Good luck with the remix contest. For the second drop, you can be melodic and then heavy as constant response. This could work. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Maybe you can, can make it a little bit more cohesive with the melodic elements, so it does not feel like, oh, we are now doing some heavy tear rhythm stuff here. So it still has that essence of the beautifulness of the first drop. This is really well done. This is a perfect example of how it should sound like the melodic fake out with some nice glitchy stuff. And then it does not turn into an 8-tonal bass, but actually it keeps the melodicness. And here it sounds a bit too 8-tonal in the first section. So maybe you can do it this way with the more melodic chordy bass. Is that a Joe B snare? Sounds like a snare, I know. First one is also tonal though. Anarchy. Yeah, a little bit more atonal compared to the second one. It still, yeah, fits, but it's a bit too atonal in the spectrum. It's hard to describe. Maybe you can find a different section of the chords which fits a bit better. Ah, it's mine. Oh, nice. So it's like a little bit like a trapeze snare I have in my folder somewhere. Really nice. Nobody of play. Welcome to the stream. A beautiful transition. Made by yours truly. Oh, yes. Really nice outro. Definitely fits with it. But the outro would now be too soft compared to the heavy drop right here. But yeah, maybe you can make the outro heavier if you want to keep it like this. But it's really well done. Clean jazz, yeah. Really cool. This is some music my dad would actually enjoy. Need to show it to him. That's not a mastering chain. Ah, okay. Nice drums. You can pause it in like 2 days. Ooh, okay. That's crazy. Well done. Really well done. I'd not be able to do something like that. This is an outro are 90% ASIOC. Info build is like 85% me. Both drops are like a near 50-50 split between mine and ASIOC. Okay. Are these VST or is this recorded playing? For me, it sounds like a library, like a piano from a library and some nice percussive drums from a library. Or did you record it yourself, ASIOC? With a microphone and stuff? Would be crazy. Both? Ooh, okay. What did you record playing? Okay, you recorded libraries. Okay, okay. Really sick. And also, it did not feel like, yeah, 6.5 minutes when we subtract the emptiness here. Really nice stuff. Nice variation, nice storytelling, which is really important, nice theming. Really cool. I do not see any issues with that. Maybe you can make the second drop a little bit more lightweight. And the thank you for pointing that out, why so called clap. The although you were not attending to address my clap issue, but the clap in the first drop was too heavy. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah, drop tune. I hope you win. Is this for a remix competition? I asked, but I haven't seen an answer. Maybe I skipped a message or something. But good luck if it's for a remix competition. Really well produced so far. All right, let's continue with the next one, which would be, let me have a look, which would be by Wavebite. We can give suggestions for the fills in the second half or second drop. Anything which is in the melodic spectrum, something melodic. Maybe you can even do a fake out with elements from your outro. So just a fake out with these natural instruments, and then it drops into some of the more heavier melodic stuff. We kind of burnt out. How long time do you guys spend on this project? It's Neo Remix competition. Yeah, good luck. I'm pretty sure you will be able to secure a spot. Yeah, just some more melodic bits. Maybe some arpeggio fills, which are playing the notes, maybe with some panning, maybe some vocal swells here and there. Maybe some Reeses, which don't feel too heavy, which really feel filtered in a nice way, but accomplish your so far the work you have made so far in a good way. Maybe this stuff could help, but you just need to try it out. It's hard to just tell stuff without actually trying. So I hope you will be able to get some inspiration from this. So thanks for sending. Next one, as I said, by WaveBite, you got me a demo clip test. Demo clip test. I thought it was a word on its own. Demo clip test. Demo clip test sounds like an ancient Greek word if you want to read it like it's one word. All right, let's listen to it. My tiny little file in the bottom. Intro feels a bit empty, but I like the vibe. Maybe you can do some more stuff with some random sounds, random samples, or some percussion maybe. Build up percussion. Nice vocal. So the project early in October made most of the intro drop 1, then Acer copped on like mid-November, and then hours spent in the project is probably approaching 4 to 5 days. Nice chords. Something feels a little bit out of key in the drop. Was really executed until here, where this 8-tonal sound comes in. I think the vocal is a little bit too low. Needs to be and it's right now playing something which is not in the scale. We pitched it up by 1 semitone. And also, I would not use a respace here. Maybe take like a saturated saw or a saturated sine with some nice harmonics and with some actual mid content and highs to boost your idea here in the drop, so it feels more powerful. The drums are nice. Here the vocal is in key again. If you want to keep the respace, I would choose different drums. The drums are too heavy for just the respace. Maybe when you choose more lightweight drums, you can turn this into some future garage stuff, which would actually work really well here with the vocal, with the vocals and everything. But if you want the heavy drums, you also need to make everything else heavy, so it fits in context. And with heavy, I mean more saturated and more layers and stuff. really like the idea. Really cool vocal chops you have here. Also nice build-up, nice tension, nice section here between 33 and 49. This section right here was really good. And the drop, the impact of the drop did not hit right because of two reasons. The vocal was out of key and the bass had no power. If you want to keep the soft feeling, choose different drums and maybe do some more different volume balancing so the drop actually feels louder than the intro, and then you will match everything right to give it a softer and more future garagey feel, I would say. And maybe some plugs, some arpeggio here and there would be cool. Just some more fills, some more sounds here and there to make it interesting over time and to keep the listener interested into the song for the whole length, basically, if you know what I mean. But besides that, nice idea, and I hope I was able to give you some nice suggestions for what you could do in order to improve this little idea. So thanks for sending this. Okay, 3 submissions left. And now this one would be, let me actually see. So it's by Laser Blue, right? Version 12, yeah. With iRide actually, and it's called Gate Tilt. Okay. Second drop is not good. It's working properly, please ignore it. Okay. Yo, it's you. Nice intro.
Jack it up.
Really, really sick. Stereo image is really beautiful. Yeah, the sound design, I think we don't have to speak about it. The sound design was phenomenal. The intro was great, really unique, really creative, really had this yeah, it's hard to describe the vibe, but I like the vibe. I dig with that a lot. Analog horror. Yeah, the Fever Dream. It had that Fever Dream analog horror deviate vibe, which I really, 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 really like a lot.
Jack it up. Jack it up.
Yo, nice Laser Blue. Okay. You said I should ignore the second drop. I actually prefer the second drop over the first one. This, the old version that's supposed to filter. It needs some cleaning, but I like this one more than the first one. I'm really honest. Beautiful bass sound. Herodes, welcome. Second drop, way better, yo. Really sick stuff. This is the sound design we need. Yeah, insane stuff. Really sick. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Herodes. I really enjoyed it. I can't say much. You said you want to clean up the second drop. Do it. You don't have to. Definitely sounds really good already. I like the diversity of the different sounds you used everywhere. Really cool fills. Everywhere there was some ear candy. Felt really fleshed out. And yeah, sounds like if you put, also with iRide together, if you two put lots of work into this. And I really respect that. So that's insane work you have done here. Thanks for sending. I can't give feedback on this. This is perfect, like it is actually. Dope stuff. You're welcome, Laser Blue. Release that as soon as possible. Okay, next one is by Lion. It's called Pyoko Blub version 4. Nice intro. I just thought this noise was from the song we have down here. This one. Does not feel right. Maybe remove that. Nice chords, nice vocal, nice vibe. Maybe make the vocal sample a little bit more stereo. So you can actually hear what it is saying, because I can't understand anything. I don't like this Lumbaschetti film. Also, yeah, I don't like this sound, I'm really honest. These meme sounds downgrade the song, in my opinion. I'm really honest. Everything else is really sick. PJ's fun. So is that a collab with someone? I really like the melodic elements. He's definitely trolling. I like everything besides the joke sounds. Really cool vibe. Really visual throwback like. Ooh, nice. Really clean chords, nice layering. What is that? Also, okay. Would be funny if these memes were in there to avoid it getting ripped. Yeah, okay. If so, I can understand it. Oh, nice. Really, really sick. Really cool sound design here. This part had a little bit stuttery. Where is it? Wait, let me actually rewind. Where was that? This was fine. Yeah, here. It felt a little bit out of place rhythm-wise. Maybe you can find a different rhythm of the stuttery movement, or put some other sounds in the gaps so it does not feel that abrupt stopping and starting again, if you know what I mean. It's just a minor thing, which I maybe, or which you might be able to improve. Nennen wir es was Color Bass? Eine Mischung aus Melodic Dubstep und Color Bass, kann man sagen, ja. Also das mit den Chords, das ist normaler Melodic Dubstep. Und das wäre Color Bass hier hinten. That's Color Bass. Ein bisschen chopped, ja. Nice sound design here. This bass. Nice tonality. Also this little fill thing. Also the mix sound is really clean, really like that. I like the vocal a lot. Really nice feature graph. Really vibey. Really epic melody here. Alright. I'm pretty sure you will add some more stuff here to make a smooth outro. Maybe this was even too heavy, I would say. Keine Überprüfung jetzt, aber fand das so cool, deswegen ist es mit drin. Okay, ja. Maybe, yeah, some background stuff, maybe some filtering on the solo. So it does not feel too heavy after this really, really soft and smooth future graph section. In general, dope song. Remove the meme sounds. It just downgrades the song. Besides that, dope stuff. Nice chords, nice arrangement, nice drop or nice drops. Keep it up and finish this tune. And let me know when you release this. I would love to check it out when it's done. So really good stuff. I did it. I made it crying. Yo, nice to Tom. Welcome back. Nice. Mine's just right. Yeah, right, Bugstar, right. Thanks for setting, Lion. I hope I could help you and inspire you. And also, welcome back, Silky Smooth. You're welcome. For taking the time to listen, I have to lay down and got really sick. Oh, get well soon. I hope you recover quickly. Goodbye. See you. Take care of yourself, Silky. Get well soon. chronic methodrome. Nice. Okay, now we have one more submission. We had a lot of submissions today, so thank you everyone for sending stuff. And yeah, I hope I am able to help everyone with my impressions on their music. I always try to be objective as I can. And yeah, you're welcome, Lion. Okay, this is by BassTi. It's called Walk Bar K Idea. It's almost as good as Odd Profit and possibly Spaces track. Nice. Oh, that's really cool. Oh no, it's already over. This is really sick. I love the lightweight feel, and all the individual sounds had their space in there, and everything feels so fluid in a good way. Reminds me of Mr. Bill a lot. Really like that. Nice stereo image. Where's this vocal from? This one. It says something else in its long form. Was that part of a Skrillex song? I can't remember. He's a big inspiration. Nice. Splice 100%. That's really clean. Ah, yeah, it's on my BassTi song. I'ma Get Back. Yeah. Maybe this drum fill? Some more saturation, a tiny bit, or maybe a little bit more compression. Just at 5%. Yeah. Besides that, I can't say more. Really cool. Crazy sound design. Crazy textures, nice drums, nice sound selection. Nice flow. Yeah. Keep me updated on this one. What you do with this, really sick. And very clean. Very sound design, really sick. Minimal but effective. I totally agree. This was yeah, really fun. I can't say more. I'm sorry, BassTi. Really hard to point out anything which you can do different. Really cool. Stereo work on this one is crazy. Yeah, really dynamic. Really epic. Really sick. Yeah, I hope you are not mad that I that I can't say more about this. Because it's a good thing. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. We'll keep working on this on it. Nice. Yeah, dope stuff. Okay. That's it for today, I would say. Thank you everyone for sending stuff. Tomorrow I have a cool video coming out. Really looking forward to put this one out. It's about intros, also with a cool library I got to try out. Yeah, thanks for watching. Also, if you haven't listened to my new song yet, now it comes the self-promo part. I released a remix I made for the SOS remix contest by Phase 1, which turned out really nice. I really like how the result turned out in the end. If you haven't checked it out yet, feel free to do so. I would really appreciate it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next video, or in the next live stream, or in the next short, wherever you would like. And have a good night, everyone. See you, and thank you.